We are at Grand Lake Access Point, first trip of the year. Unfortunately, we had 2 shots at a week-long trip in May and June, but because of the COVID and the Ontario border, or the Ontario government shutdown, we couldn't go, had to cancel. So we had already had Canada Day weekend booked for a trip to Greenleaf with Mike. So we just drove down from Montreal, and here we are. It is 10:30. Me and John are on the water. Mike and Edgar are getting their stuff together on the beach, and then we're going to paddle all of Grand, and then do the 5 and a bit to Greenleaf. Should be a good weekend. We're all happy to be out here. On Grand, yeah.
Usually this direction.
Well, even crossing the other direction too, I think. Normally crossing across, it's pretty windy.
Oh yeah, crossing now.
So general consensus is first paddle of the year. Feels great. None of us really seemed like we skipped a beat. Normally the first trip, you kind of get out, you got to get your sea legs on and whatnot. Everybody's feeling good. Water level doesn't seem too low. We'll know a little bit more, like we were saying, once we get down to the bridge, cross under the bridge, and we'll see if the water's gone down at all. But so far, slightly overcast day, a little bit of wind. It's a nice day. John just hooked the first fish of the trip. I don't know what it is yet. It's flopping all over the place. Trout or bass? Little brookie. Well, John's on the board. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of Grand here. We can see the hydro lines. About time too, we're getting hungry. Tanya, Edgar's wife, made us some sandwiches, so we need some ham and cheese sandwiches before we do the portage. Get a little bit of energy. Nice to get out of this boat. Paddling for almost 2 hours after a 5-hour drive. Butt's a little numb. Alright, it's going to be fun. The new bag I got, I'm trying Sea to Summit Hydro Pack, 90 liter. I got it just to have a little bit extra space. Problem is, it's more cylindrical than my Eureka pack, so it's actually pushing the nose of the boat down. So I got the yoke slid ahead a little bit, and hope I don't force too much throughout the whole portage. I'll try and readjust the yoke again when we stop. Alright, so should have known better than to bring a brand new bag on this portage, but I finally got it in a place where it's riding not perfect, but not too bad. Mike took my tackle box and put it in his bigger bag, so that way I wouldn't have to put it in here and have it go higher. So let's see what appears. It's a race to the Greenleaf. As we're getting into the takeout on Grand, two couples showed up in canoes, and yeah, so there's only pretty much two campsites on Greenleaf. One of them is gorgeous, and seeing how we're 4 hammocks, we were trying to get that one. And the two couples are also headed to Greenleaf, and I'm pretty sure they want the same campsite as us. So me, Mike, and Edgar are a lot slower than John on the portages, so John's just going to soldier on and try and get to Greenleaf so he can paddle in and get the campsite for us. Kind of a bugger thing to do, but hey. We're getting our butts kicked by this portage, but I think we just kind of made a decent compromise. I took the canoe from Mike and Edgar, so that way my pack would stop pushing the nose down, and I'm waiting to see if Edgar's okay with my boat, because his pack is high. But I think what they did was Mike is actually carrying Edgar's pack, and Edgar's carrying Mike's pack, because Mike's pack is lower. So we shall see, and pretty sure that's what's happening. I just want to make sure he's okay before I continue on. Alright, so we finally hit the top of the constant upward. I've been going at the downhill for a little bit. I'm just taking a little breather before I hit the rest of the hill and probably make it all the way to the split to Greenleaf. Yeah, so the canoe actually works out better for me, and Edgar is better with my boat. Even though his bag is just as high as mine, he doesn't mind fighting with it. It actually works out well. So anyway, on the way out, I'll probably carry the canoe and he'll carry my boat, even though my bag will be lower because my food bag will be empty. Alright, catch you at the bottom. So we just put in at Greenleaf. No sign of John, so I'm pretty sure he got to the water before the other guy and his girlfriend. We actually, there's two couples, and we talked to the second guy. He was waiting for his girlfriend to come back, help him with the canoe. And he's a really nice guy. He was saying he's been doing this for about 2 or 3 years now too, and been doing it for a little bit longer, but not too much. So no, it's nice to meet like-minded people. I just hooked up a nice bass here. Yeah, man. Yeah, she's a big one.
Look down and you see that.
Hey, calm down. Oh, shit! Snap my line.
No way.
Yep. It was like this, man.
Oh, dude, they're huge.
Fuck. Now I gotta tie on another freaking. I just bought that lure. It was the kind of like the one that they're using, but just a little bit deeper diver.
Right.
Fuck me, man. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. At least I got to see it. We've all caught so far. I've caught the most. Edgar just hooked up on a look at the bass. He's freaking out. Mike caught a little fall fish. I caught this monster bass. Well, lost it at the boat because it snapped my line. Feel very big. Oh.
Oh, it looks like a brookie. Or no, a pumpkin.
Nope, Brooke.
Oh, it's blue crab.
I'm gonna need your.
I don't have it.
Oh no, I need your net because it's got.
I don't have it either.
Oh, you don't have that either.
Like it's under my bag.
wrapped around my everything here.
Oh shit.
Get another hook in the hand.
It's actually bigger than it looks like. You want my net, or you'll just have to unhook it yourself if I try.
Oh, it's just because I hate when they make that noise. I gotta get my forceps in first.
Continue to look for mine. I'm pretty sure I dropped mine in there. He's got big eyes for a rookie.
I said I think it's surf and turf tonight. Because he's not doing well. Alright, well there he is. He's not doing good, so I'm just going to put him out of his misery. Yeah, I'm not going to put a fish that's going to die back in the water, so he rolled around my line. It was in the gills and everything else. So, trout for supper it is. Yeah, the line was wrapped around his gills, around the lure, around everything, pretty much everything that could be wrapped around. Alright, so we're at camp here. We caught some more fish and started threatening rain, so we beelined it for the campsite. John managed to throw up the Eureka bug shelter just in time for us to get out of the rain. And then while it was raining, we enjoyed some sandwiches made by Edgar's wife. And now we're all setting up. John and his muck back there. And then Edgar and his chameleon, me and my ridgeline. And Mike's back there in his DD XL. Yeah, so we're just going to get some stuff together. We're filtering some water. Probably gather some wood. Cook the steaks on. The trout that we were going to have for dinner, a bird ran away with it. So he's having a good supper. But no, all's good. A little update. Edgar decided to be the brave one and jump in the water. Not that it's cold, it's just I think we're too lazy. So John's popping fish out non-stop. And me and Mike are just chilling in our, well, I'm chilling in my chair, Mike's chilling on a rock. Oh, we're sitting down for supper. The grill's not big enough to cook all the steaks on, so I'm doing 2 at a time. The menu tonight is steak, potatoes, and vegetables, all roasted on the fire.
Smart ass remarks. tacky worm in the spot where it's fighting? Yeah. Oh yeah, there. Oh.
John's hooking up from shore here. Yeah, a little bass, I think. Yeah, little bass. Alright, so a bit of a calm morning. I had breakfast. Edgar had eggs and beans. I had the egg and bacon breakfast wrap with cheese. And Mike and John had bacon and fried toast. I think it was maybe garlic toast. Not sure. Anyway, Mike's throwing some lines on the shore. John's out trolling. We had something that was head towards camp earlier and then heard us and turned around. John thinks it might have been a wolf. But anyway, things are good. We'll probably go out fishing later. People at the good campsite in the middle are supposed to be leaving today, so we're not going to move camp, but we're at least going to show Mike the spot, as Edgar's already seen it. But it's a nice campsite. So anyway, I'll catch up with you later. Hey, so it's Saturday, July 3rd. We had a pretty decent morning. Kind of lounged around camp a little bit. I didn't sleep too well last night. I woke up more probably than I slept. So I went to take a nap. The guys are out fishing right now. I can see them from camp. So I'm probably going to go and join them in not too long. But sure is peaceful out here. Feels good to be back out here. And a lot going on in my life last year, and decided to make a bunch of life changes. So now instead of working 40 hours a week and nights and weekends on my business and trying to take care of a house and all that stuff, for now I'm just taking the summer off, relaxing, trying to do as much camping as possible. To be 46 years old and burn yourself out because you're trying to do too much. You're not really helping yourself or your family out. So and needed to change. So push for the change, and I'm liking it so far. We'll see what after the summer has in store, but for right now it's just R&R, rest, relaxation. Other than my job, I'm trying not to live a schedule for anybody else. Try and just do what I want to do. Now this is the creek that leads from Greenleaf to Lost Lake. We talked about doing a bushwhack and try and go over there and fish. I saw the guys on this end of the lake earlier before I came out. I'm assuming maybe they went down that way, but I only see one clear path that leads up beside the creek, and it's like pitch like this with rocks and everything else. So I'm not going to be doing it by myself in case something happens. That just doesn't make any sense. John does have his spot, and they all are also 3 guys. So if they did do it, good on them. Hope they have a good time over there, but I'm not taking the chance that I'm going to slide down on my own, whack my head on a rock and wait for them to pass back through. So I'm just going to stay on this side and fish for a little bit. Maybe go back and have some lunch. Alright, so it's Sunday morning. We got up just before 6. I'm gonna head out, have a 5-hour drive, and then I gotta go, once I get home, drive an hour to my mother's to pick up my dog, and it's her birthday, so I'll have supper with them if I can. So we're all packing up. We've all had breakfast. The lake is perfect right now. It was a good weekend. We all caught fish. We all had fun. We all relaxed. So anyway, next trip is second to last week of July. Me and John, maybe Mike, are doing a 1-week trip, Crow River run, and yeah, it should be a good time.
Bonjour.
Excuse me.
With the balloon first?
Nice little fog on the water this morning. Yeah, some kind of jawbones here. Other bones. Bones. So far this trip, the fact that I forgot my head net is not the end of the world, except for this morning where the black flies and the horsefly, not the black flies, the horseflies are out in full force. I'm just waiting at the bottom of the hill for the portage for the other guys to catch up. And I flipped my boat over and there must have been about 50 in the boat. And it looks like I'll get eaten alive, but here comes John. Alright, so now we're starting. We just got to the bottom of the hill. We have about just over a kilometer of straight uphill, and once we do that, then we're good to go for the rest of the 4. So there we go, chip and chase. Well, I'm extremely proud of myself right now. Made it up that hill, only put the boat down twice, and now I'm at the peak. Feels good. I used to put that boat down like I don't know how many times, but good feeling. Okay, so took a little break at the top of the hill. Me and John went back, helped out Edgar and Mike with their gear. Now it's I think it's just under 4 to Grand, and it's just a long walk, progressively downhill, mostly road. So anyway, all right, so it's all around 20 to 11. Just kind of sat around and had a couple snacks, some water, and now we're gonna do the paddle down Grand, back to the truck. 5-hour drive back to Montreal, and then I have a hour drive to go pick up my dog at my mom's house. Spend some time with her for her birthday. And yeah, it was a good weekend overall. But everybody caught fish. We had really good weather, and good times.